All right, how y'all doing? So we're gonna talk about being multiracial in the South. Okay, as you know, I'm a multi-generational mixed race person. I'm not like one parent, other not. Okay, both my parents seen as black, but we have mixed background. Okay, which technically debunks the idea of them being pure black, because a pure black person is a pure black or pure African ancestry. Being a person who is of African American, French, Spanish, Creole, English, and American, and one drop rule mentality been dumbed down on me all since I was born. And it's funny that the one drop rules no longer are law, but people still infiltrate that law. Think some good can come out of which is a white man's stereotype racist belief system. Okay, if you know the one drop rule was used to make slaves on plantation, that's why they were raping slaves. The more slaves that the slave master had, the more they had slave laborers for money. Okay? A lot of African American people who are within the black national movement think it gives more population and black power, and that's why you see of all different shades of us. Like I am not Kaepernick's color, but I'm not dark chocolate like West Snipe either. So let's get to the subject. Being multiracial, and I said by roots to educate people. So he said, which period is this and which period that? Okay, I see multiracial people who fit the first generation standard. Okay, are these supposed to be, because if it's an African American descendant parent, they're not pure black. Okay, no matter how dark they like are. Okay, all right, because without those other races, they wouldn't be walking around here as an individual. Okay, I'm not going by white man's classification. White man classified don't live in this channel, okay? They're white man. It's one thing I have a love or hate relationship with y'all man, so I don't, okay? Thank you. Now, many run for exceptions because there isn't many multiracial awareness. People do not put a multiracial box, or they are putting on applications. One that annoys me when they say two races more non-Hispanic. I just found out Hispanic Creole roots, so I do check Hispanic along with Black, White, and Americans. I don't like that category. Just put more two races more and just leave it like that. And also, most Hispanics are mixed with more than one race down in Latin America. Mestizo, Afro Mestizo, mulatto. Okay, and majority of Latinos are Afro Mestizo. Okay, they got Asian others, but the three races, including in Mexico, mixed together, and so people don't look black or don't look native or look white or look like whatever, you know what I'm saying? But still, their ethnicity, their ancestors is a reason why they're here, no matter what they look like, okay? Now, I don't want to be accepted by a society that doesn't like me, okay? Living in the South is a lot of ethnocentric, it's a lot of white Anglo-Saxon Protestant country, part of the country. It also supported Trump. It's also have history of blatant racism, and still they're trying to get back. It's more easy up here than up north. I have been up north in a while, but and I haven't been in the East Coast. I mean, I've been to Washington D.C. and Maryland, Virginia, but I've never been to New York or anything. Um. Anyway, stop. I'm not working Sunday. Ooh, I'd have to schedule you. I'm not working Sunday. God dog, I got things to do. I'm working Tuesday and Wednesday. Anyway, the point is. So, anyway, sorry, just texting me about to work for the event, but I'm like, no, I got things to do. God dog it, because I ain't get. I put my blood plasma, um, physical, and I'm just lazy day. Some days you don't feel like going away, and there's been days I didn't. And there's been times I heard things happening on the news. So that's probably God holding me back or something. Anyway, but being a multiracial person and looking more black to people, because black folks that was more darker than me, okay, they came on a ship, okay. That's why we had different shades, because of the mixture. Um, it is a struggle. You have a society of different groups. You have the white society that that's racist, mostly not all, but there's also a lot of majority of white racist redneck ones who run the country, run part of the country, especially in Texas, want to see you fail due to not looking like them, and not they don't want your acceptance. You know what I'm saying? And I would not want to have cousins. I found out when I did my family research. My fourth grandma who's white, my age shot the cousin told me that rednecks. I don't want me to in the same pot with them. Okay, I like to know who they are. Just if I walk around and watch my behind, because I know who my enemies are. Okay, I'm not with the enemies closer thing. I know who they are, so I can get away from them. So they will not be closer, no matter what color they are. But at the same time be friends and kiss up. No, no, you don't like me, I don't like you. And there's people who want to drop black DNA in my family. Okay, the same way. Um, and you have people African saying, and I'm not saying everybody. It's like this is herd mentality. I'm an individualistic person. I'm not a collective person. And yes, I was the only child to my dad. Okay, so that's the you know I got other siblings on my mom's side. That's different, but and I'm a Leo. They also too. So I follow my own passion. I like to be my own leader. Um, there's people who don't think on their own, and they have to need somebody codependent. And you're taught if you're not codependent, you don't survive. I like to develop that argument. Yes, you can. And if you, I'm not perfect, I cuss or whatever, but if you believe in God, God is bigger than man. Okay, so you have to be religious part of the country. Okay, and I'm not Protestant, and that also brings me back because I ex-Protestant. I don't feel comfortable being in any area that goes against my religion, and at the same time trying to make me be part of their religion socially. You get what I'm saying? Instead of recognizing there's different people with different beliefs, even in Protestant, there's different people with different interpretations of scripture. But why did I got to dumb down my beliefs? Because it's majority here when actually the Constitution right to give us a freedom of speech and freedom of religion. And then also which means that you don't force me religion down my throat. You let me choose my own religion. Um, that too. And it also too, what I like about being in Texas, either I hate the state. The culture part is the African American culture and the Creole culture. Stop texting me about coming tomorrow. I'm not working tomorrow, but choose whenever I want to work. I thought, yes, I'm not scheduled to work tomorrow. I got things to do. Okay, because I got to get my other blood pass and money. Okay, anyway, point is, because I get paid the next 2 weeks. I'm trying to take my business, but God dog didn't pay my rent on time. God dog. Anyway, so anyway, that's my other blood pass and money. Anyway, so sorry, y'all. So the point is, that's the whole reason why that me per se, I don't mind being my own person. I see a lot of mixed race people who fall into there's limited interpretation of being mixed race by society, by two races of two parents or whatever, or maybe grandparents. Okay, in my case, since I have a mixed race background and I do have white relatives on the fourth grandmother side, that's my cousins. You cannot say I was pure black because of society, and y'all always use the ignorant man's, the white racist ignorant man's argument. I don't want to live for the white racist man's argument, okay? And I can care less what the white racist man think of me. I understand that he see me as black. Okay, he also see me as a monkey. He also see me as a chimp, whatever. Should I go and say, and eat bananas and go on a tree and call myself monkeys and call me call me Bubbles, Michael Jackson? No, because the white man says no. You have to have your own mind, okay? And one thing people hate about individual people that we don't let people run us. They don't want one further agenda to run us for their own sake. They call us selfish because we don't go along with the team. Excuse me, they want their own agenda in someone else's life, and that's selfish. Okay, not in their own. And many mixed race people that I know feel because I even have a so-called friend. I don't consider him a friend. He's passing. I do believe he's passing white. He's Irish, Puerto Rican, and black. Okay, and you can tell he's African descent with him. No, he's like a white dude, but you can tell that no Negro knows. Okay, you'll think this New Yorker who came from a liberal state would be a freedom fighter, be like a Jesse Williams type, but no, now he living in the music industry and he hanging around a lot of white people and he be careful in this Trump season. They find out he passing, it ain't gonna be pretty, okay? Especially in the South, okay? I know back our people back in the day, some of our Creoles and those who are not Creole who look like white people go up north because it's more liberal compared to the South, okay? But in the South, no, you been out. My fourth grandfather probably is dead for marrying that white woman in my family tree, guy, because we can't find his records, okay? But I can find his son, my third grandfather. Okay, see my point is after slavery he married my white grandmother, okay? So why would you sit here and not sympathize with your people, your African American and Hispanic people, even though he's not Mexican, but still, trying to tell him about Mexico and about slave state, it used to be a slave state of Texas, and about the Alamo, and you're gonna bash. I said, dude, you're Puerto Rican too. You gonna see him bash your Mexican brothers and sisters? You in man, please. That's not even no. Once my account gets not suspended on Facebook, I'm going to get rid of him off my friendship. I don't like the fact of someone, and then he got the eye with the Egyptian eye thing on his arm or something. But yeah, when we was cool, you gonna argue me down about the Illuminati. I don't believe in Illuminati. Like Beyonce's Lemonade song. I mean, I don't believe in Illuminati. Okay, you gonna sit here trying to harass me, but now you got the tattoo on your doggone arm. And so, point is, it's like when we brought him up, see, since he looked white and he don't look like the average Mexican or other Latinos here, and he don't look African descent. All he got a Negro nose. We compare Michael Jackson, one of Michael Jackson's kids. He actually more look whiter than the name Prince the First. Okay, yeah, the oldest son, because he has light eyes. Okay, green eye, blue, whatever. Um, it shows that, and that's what I said. We cannot be friends. Okay, he's 10 years younger than me. We cannot be friends. You don't respect the struggle of our people. You're trying to use Morgan Freeman's argument. I don't know what's going on with Morgan Freeman. He left the Joe Clark character and sound like the Mrs. Daisy, driving Miss Daisy character right now. I'm sorry, and looking all bushed up and everything. Damn, no offense, okay. You need to do something. I feel like that brother and then Afro Sheen commercial about he pretend to be a Fred Douglas has some pride that fraud. You need to fix your fraud. You know what I'm saying? But some I don't know after they lied on his DNA test on DNA test don't have all the answers to your ancestry. It actually give you a small percentage of it, and you go to the DNA test, you get different results. About him not being child top, which I do believe that he is. It's just that DNA didn't try like the Jessica Alba, her black DNA didn't show up till the next DNA test she took on BPS, when she was on George Lopez. It didn't show, and Henry Gates Jr. to get on my nerves for not telling the truth on his shows. Okay, when Benjamin Ben Affleck tried to deny that he had slave master ancestry, and like, dude, chill. Many of us do it too. You know what I'm saying? When you know what happened back in the day, the mixing, they talking about they don't like race mixing, but white men race mixed a lot, okay, on this side of the globe, and whine about someone else doing it. So, and it was not always a Pocahontas situation. Y'all know about that too, okay? Whether they American or other race, the Native American women, okay? So, truth of the matter is, um, I don't want to be in an area where it's racist. I don't want people to use their racist propaganda. If I wanted to be racist and hate other people, that would be on my sin, my own free will that God gave me that I had to answer God to. Okay, um, and I couldn't be racist towards a certain group because everybody has done me wrong. Okay, um, every culture, every race has done me wrong. If I hate to hate the whole world, if I had to be racist, I have to hate the whole planet. Okay, I had enemies of all colors. And what they taught me is to not look at people based on color, look at people as the individual. Okay? When I was picked on, from people from the darkest to the lightest, like white folks when I was growing up in my color community, middle class color community, and when I went to a white school that had some Hispanics, that were Hispanic populated, I got picked on there too by the white. So you get my point. So I couldn't pick a side and hate one. Like folks say, I hate black women after they have action black women, so I like white women. Okay, well, you're gonna have white women also racist too, okay? And same thing with those doing same thing. You can't look at people color, okay, and race and say this and that because bad people and good people come in all different shapes, sizes, colors. Okay, and that also taught me to accept my multiracial background because, like I always said, the argument you said was you clear white man slave masters. Okay, first of all, not all mixing came from slave master rape, and I'm glad that I found out 2 years ago. My grandma was a white woman, so therefore they didn't come from no rape because not, what I'm saying, they might be considered rape because the person was passed white, my grandfather was passed white, and yet they didn't like the black man or of any shade of mixture or dark pure with a white woman at the time. So yeah, but other than that, it didn't come from those slave masters. Always come from slave masters, and then we don't know about the Creole side because those Creoles who are of color who married white people too during that time. The Louisiana was totally different from the Wasps South. Okay, also too maybe French or Spaniard. Also too, I always say this too, that y'all get mad by Africans not liking us. That's nothing new, because within slavery, it wasn't for those people within the continent. Okay, helping the white masters and traders, we wouldn't have the slave population happen. When I meet Africans try to blame us for not liking our culture that's African or whatever, and I said, excuse me, we should like the agriculture, but don't you ever throw that at me. Your ancestors participated in the slave trade just like my white ancestors. They put my black ancestors on the shit because I didn't want them there. So therefore, that's this whole problem happened. So all that about us being colonized and that is not our fault. You need to blame the white people who was in part of the slave trade, would have been Jew, Gentile, Protestant, Catholic, whatever, and the kings and queens who were greedy, who didn't care about those people on the ship. That was our African people. So they didn't care about their lives. Their lives didn't matter then. So therefore, don't get mad about what we do now, okay? Now, who the descendants of it? So that's not my problem, okay? So there would not be no raping, no lynching and murder and Jim Crow and all that other stuff. And if they didn't participate in that shit, wouldn't be slaving each other. Nobody, white or black, had no business being part of the slave trade, no matter what color they were. And I remember white people talking about you blaming us. The reason why we blame the white people here, because the white people, because the white people who are racist had the power here and had slavery successful here. Nobody looking like no Wesley Snipes and Akon was in power doing that mess. Don't give by some black man back in the day who was not on the history books, okay? That I understand that, yeah, but y'all added that history, okay? And then when next thing we start being attacked about what happened, and then you gonna bring by some black slave master, mulatto, pure, dark, or light that we never heard of. That is true, but I don't remember seeing his face on a dollar bill and Mark Rushmore. Okay, so that get that argument straight right there, okay? So I attack both sides. One thing about being multiracial, I can do that, okay? And as a descendant of black and white native Hispanic art, I can't do that. Thank you. That's why I'm so happy to know my roots. The truth to set you free. Now, I don't want to be the mixed race people who come from the interracial relationships who don't like me, who mention mixed heritage, which like I care, give a fuck. They the one whine about acceptance. I learned being bullied to stop just asking anybody who don't ask for respect to leave me alone. Okay, I don't want no acceptance from my enemy, no matter what color they are. Okay, people thought that me hanging around with some white people that I was trying to kiss their asses. I've been in places where I was the only one of color, and you've seen as a black person, you know, we are all mixed by myself in the corner, not talking to nobody. Same with those African Americans in this hood here. I stay by myself. I don't come out. Okay. Um, be around other mixed people. I never when I was in Job Corps. It was a black skin chick. Her dad was African American. He was lighter than I am, mixed with Native because of himself black. And her mother was Mexican who worked past for a white woman. Okay. She reminded me of what's that American Ferrera's character Betty LaFayette, which is in Spanish because they had Ugly Betty was in Spanish first. But in English, Ugly Betty. She reminded me of Ugly Betty. I hate this woman. To this day, I do, okay? And I ain't trying to holler at her because she ain't look all that pretty, okay? And her attitude was stinky, okay? Y'all talking about light-skinned women are better than dark. You may met this bitch and she didn't want no brother. Did I cry about? Hell to no, okay? Hell to no. She married my roommate, my last roommate, who's mixed with white and Mexican, who's into rock music. And even I disrespected his lady in front of him, he didn't do shit because he know that me and him, we know we go way back. And we didn't get along all the time. We go way back and we was in leadership in Job Corps. And we never had an issue. On time we had an issue when I complained about the brother who's in charge of the recreation department and the rules changed. And I said it's not right what they did, you know me, okay? And this dude was the student of the month of the record. And you know, since that time he defended me, you wrong for that. And that's why I said, oh, you know, on my side there, fuck you, like get, you know, what I'm saying. But we was roommates, and he was the last one. I was glad he was gone. I like having things on my own, okay? I'm just like that, okay? You know, room to myself. And I said, why y'all? I said, no, that was God doing it, okay? But when we was at the Texas, when we was at the UTEP game, U of H Cougars, okay, here in Houston versus UTEP Miners as the Miners game, and it's after Hurricane Katrina. And I don't know. I'll tell you a story. The one Hispanic lady, the same age as my sister, who was a former Job Corps student who was a recreation department. She caught and hear her, so we going towards the game. And when that black against cussed me out and said, "Get your ass!" I cussed her out in front of the dude. I didn't care how buff he was. Don't let me find no billboard. I will do something, chairs, tables. I'm like David and Goliath. I'll be like Craig and Devo. Get a brick or whatever. You know, he ain't do that because he know that he and I go history. We were sort of friends before she came. And actually, I'm the one suggested her dumb ass to go with it because her other boyfriend, the Mexican, he called her ugly, this and that. He was always arguing this and that. I'm like, because, yeah, I got their business because when I was talking to my homegirl, my voice line wasn't trying to get in their business. She was mad. She wanted quiet time because he could, you know what I'm saying? We got into a big mess about that. So I said, okay, just to get back, because your business coming mine. I ain't trying to be in your business. You need to go with this dude here, which they didn't get married, okay? And I didn't know I'd be his roommate either. I thought when I got to college, I had room to myself, which I didn't need. But the point is, okay, I didn't want her friendship. Okay. Um, Once again, she was an auntie mama, Tia Taco, Porcha, and you attacking me for speaking Spanish. But guess what, bitch? My four grandfather had like the other side of the family tree was a real. Okay, you know the one I said the four grandmother like a white woman. Her son, my grandfather, his wife, my third grandmother, that was a real. Thank you. They changed the routes. Fuck you, bitch. Yo sé poder a ti también. Best be cool away, bitch. You watching the video. Thank you. Anyway, sorry to go ugly. Anyway, more there. So therefore, I can kiss to your ass, bitch. Don't forget to kiss the winter Louisiana too. God, okay? So anyway, get to the subject. So porn ass. I didn't even go there. I do apologize for my inconvenience. Porn ass, okay? The truth of the matter is, she was always getting mad because I didn't act like do nothing stereotypical, you know, and call myself the N word and stuff that they thought that accuracy is supposed to have. And I see why she didn't like Martin King's birthday, because she was against his freedom. Actually, most people who in our community who do not like his birthday, do not like the integration, do not want us to be free. Do you see why people Coco black segregation are talking about? I hate individuality because you can't control. You want to do the same role with Massa. Massa give you powers to control us. That's why the whole, I mean, of course, the white man ain't no master, but they being your master to you, and you the mouthpiece to keep us in our place, and that's not freedom, okay? And that's not being Coco pro-black, okay? Now, anyway, so I didn't ask for, but she was asking for acceptance. I could tell when the African American people mostly came to Job Corps, who was mostly black identified, looked more black, whatever. You wanted to hang with them then, but first you said you was Mexican. And anybody asked questions, then you say you're African American too. So okay, whatever. Um, Me per se, I like to be. Everybody say you don't mingle with the rest of society because you don't mingle with enemies. I mean, what color? One of my Ari, who like a white man, the second Ari I had, who's Mexican, was asked that question, and it's mostly Hispanic. My roommate, who's lighter skinned Latino, okay, he's Mexican descent. He was younger. We were cool, okay. Um, we were cool, and no, not the Jehovah's one. That's the one Jehovah's got rid of because of different religious beliefs. Um, we were cool, and I hang around with people who she respect. And we had an issue with the student leader. I never forget that. The section leader, and when the section leader, I became section leader on by me and this big old fat dude who's an army guy. There's this Hispanic guy who's very arrogant. And once he started cussing me out, you know I hate to be cussed out like I hate my own mama that cussed me out. Thank you. I disrespect you and I cussed his ass out yesterday. So go ahead and tell Mr. Flores because I was about to go tell that white woman downstairs next morning about how he cusses out. You know I can snitch on him? Yes, I was. Now, and okay, I don't play that disrespect. Okay, y'all come. These minorities come from different factional households. Can we learn how to get out of our dysfunctional, how we treat each other, where we African Hispanic? I don't want to hear about mama throwing chanclas and extension cars and stuff. Can we get out of that concept? That's how we move up in society. I showed him the white man's dream, treating each other like chicken because he would cuss me out. He knew doggone well I can go down there doggone, and I did later on told that he was cussing me because you look, I was in job, I would cuss the Ari out too. I don't play that bullshit. I don't like my own daddy cussing me out. I don't like why would I like somebody else cuss me out. So when they do, I cussed him out. I don't play that bullshit. I don't care. I'm not my grandmother, my dad's side. I don't care. I'm related to her, but I'm not. I don't want to be her. Thank you. And she let people be doorman, and she be doorman, and she will make people be doorman to her. That's what she is. So anyway, my point is, when we were discussing, he was like, "You of all the people are very to yourself." Yeah, because the Latino guys in our section, one of the crazy guys that had me from Wallace was always knocking on people's doors and making jokes and stuff. And I had to cuss them out in Spanish and also in English. Anybody who's a potential enemy of me, no matter what color they are, I don't want to have them in my corner. That's asking for drama. That's asking for disrespect. So yes, I segregate myself from anybody. Okay, when they had them ghetto folks that had to be African American coming in, light, dark, part black, Mexican, claim to be pure black, mixed with their white name, or whatever hood shit. Folks came to us, including that black skin chick. She was more in rock music. I segregate myself from that. Okay, when I see drama of any culture, color of anybody, I will segregate myself from that person, because I know it's about. I do the same thing with my own family. You bring me drama, I'm not coming unless you want me to get ugly and cut your ass out. You're talking about I'm disrespectful and God come from whatever. Because don't care you did that shit. Keep that drama out of my life. Have it in yours and those who enjoy it. I don't enjoy that, okay? Now, I see so many mixed race people who identify as mixed, lighter than me, dark, whatever, want people to accept them, want this racist society. I don't want to be part of a racist society in the South. Okay? And that's one thing about being around people who identify as multiracial, meaning single race. They drive me to love my multiracial background, because I saw when I was in high school, in middle, the Hispanic kids were racist and ethnocentric. The black identified, who ain't pure black with different shades, were racist, and so were the whites. I don't want to be around people telling me what the fuck to do based on color and race. And this is after Martin King March on Washington and the Civil Rights Bill being signed. I don't want no interview. You don't tell me shit. If I don't want my own mama and dad tell me what they don't let a white, Mexican, black, or anybody tell me anything. You know what I'm saying? Puerto Rico, whatever. Take your human ass. You're not God. Let God handle me if I ain't doing right. Okay? So I don't mind being socially segregated by anybody. And I'm not going to beg for acceptance from people who don't accept me. Okay, I've been and done that shit, and I learned to be my own person. It's peaceful. Yes, it gets hard because you're by yourself, but at the same time, it's less drama to deal with. Okay, and that's why I'm comfortable with people who are in those relationships, come out of a relationship or marriage, who have an issue saying they're mixed. You know what I'm saying? You have people like Barack Obama. He don't say he mixed, but someone to me, I do. Once I found out what because the first non-black mixture I was told was Native American, and being part of being told by white people, go back to Africa, take your ass back to Europe. I'm part of Native American, take your ass, beat your ass, after, I'm my continent. This is my historically my land more than yours. If you don't have a drop of Native American in you, okay? With that $5 Indian. I'm not saying people who part white and Native American don't exist, but you had those who ain't Native American with that $5 Indian mess, okay? And you know about the story, okay? All right. And the dog rolls and stuff that screw up our identity, okay? So truth of the matter is, blood quantum, like the one drop rule, you know? So I don't have that issue with begging for acceptance. I don't, if your acceptance is to change who you are as a person, on their terms, then that's not a good act. Like, I can understand you changing yourself for you, okay? For your own terms. That's for you because you chose to do it. But to change yourself for other people to like you, nah. Okay? Nah. It's the same thing. My hair is naturally kinky. I get criticized for the kinky hair, but when I put relaxer, I'm called sellout too. So the person just don't like me as an individual. So fuck them. That's how I look at it. Okay? I'ma do me. I'm with my hair braided, relaxed, kink, whatever. It's my body. I own this body. Nobody don't tell me shit to do with it. Okay? I don't need your information. Take it someplace else. So I don't mind being a loner. Okay? It's peaceful. Even I'm thinking about working at home once I get my internet because it's peaceful. I don't have anybody yelling at me at work. I don't give a damn. You still human just like I am. They're just a paycheck. I don't give a damn. I could go find some money someplace else, you know? So that's the reason why I don't mind being accepted of one person. When you got bullied from everybody in your community that you look like you, darker than you, lighter than you got bullied for those who you're related to, okay, the white and Hispanic, okay? So you know what I'm saying? So and yet Asian, well, we related to them because they American mixture, okay, because the Americans came out Asia, but still, nobody is your friend, and you learn to depend on yourself. And I know I'm the worst sinner, but I also depend on God too, okay? I let Him handle me alone. No humans speak, human twist scriptures to put their own agenda in there in your life, and it ain't happening again, okay? So that's why. So that's the whole reason why that I don't have an issue. Being in the South is racist. I know the racist. When I first let me explain something when it comes to white people who are racist. When I mention my mixed heritage and I start seeing looks and look, oh no, get away from me. I know you're not a friend of mine. I never get I was at an event and at an event in security and I was upstairs in the suites area. And I act so this me this white girl who know wrestlers back in the day since Paul Bosch wrestling in WWF and WWE whatever, okay? And they live in the South. Okay, we used to be mid Southern wrestling. Okay, we was talking about I think we're both the same age. She looks older than me, but I'm older than her. 1 year older. She born 1980, 179. And when she mentioned the states in my white side of the family tree, my grandmother family was I traced her roots from Texas, Alabama, Georgia, Virginia, okay, in England. She mentioned England, but I mentioned some of the states. I said, excuse me, my heritage in those areas. And I said, do you know any Bug family? Because that's my grandmother's main last name. And I said, you know any Nevermores or what's the other one? Bacons. And when I mentioned it, she said, yeah. And I said, well, guess what? Not to bring up racial issues, but my fourth grandma was a Caucasian woman, and she was Irish and English. She had McCombs in the family. And when I said that, I guess she either was related to me or she knows the people. She came at me looking like, okay. And I said, okay. And so as I started talking to her, I ain't kissed her. I'm laughing in my head. Ha, ha, ha. You act like you was my friend, but you are racist because you don't accept me. I don't accept your ass either. And I realized, and I wanted because if I had another position, trust me, I would have said, "Fuck you." Okay, white woman, you don't accept me. I don't set your ass either, because I would have told her straight in her face. I played that I like you, like you played me, but I don't like your ass either. So, point is, when she gave me, yeah, I'm one of the descendants of that family, but with more melon in it. Okay, not too much cream. Okay, the cream gave me that dark chocolate, but I don't look. You get my point? Okay, thank you. Now, the truth of the matter is, I don't want to go and eat Thanksgiving and Christmas with this woman if we related. I don't know. Because I learned with those in my own family who are black DNA, dark or light, who give me hell while I want someone else to give me hell. I hate drama. Okay? I look at drama only on social media. That's it. Okay? Especially when it comes to reality TV. Okay? With Housewives, Atlanta, Bad Girls. Okay, thank you. It was entertaining. Like I used to watch soap operas one time, or like that. I think one time. All my children were more of my soap, or not more like to live. Okay? And I used to watch 90210 when I was coming up when they had Jason Priestley and wasn't they played Brenda Shandor. I think she has cancer now. God rest her soul, help her out. Um, you know what I'm saying? And, Tori Spelling back in the 90s. I'm old, okay? When it was on 91 in 1992, because I wanted to live like the Beverly Hills 912, okay? And then I said I want to go to California before the oldie trial and live like the Beverly Hills. When I drive the car that Dylan was driving, I mean that Jason Reese was driving, exactly. He's watching Beverly Hills down 2-0. I sure didn't want to live like them. Okay, so anyway, so y'all get my point. You know what I'm saying? And so anyway, but that's what I'm saying is that I learned to be my own person, and you know, so that's the reason why I was saying for it is I lost my concentration when I'm talking about the 9-2-0 thing. But the truth of the matter is, I don't want to be around people who gonna give me hell. Okay, um, I don't want to be around people who potentially enemies of any color, who gonna do bodily harm to me or anything. I'm always watchful. I'm always watching my back. And it may be paranoia, but it's called protection and being protected and being dependent on yourself because you know who your enemies are. Okay, and that's why I don't go along with that collective shit. The collectivism of slavery is no different than slavery. You're controlled by the person of the group who's in charge of the group, and he tells you or she tells you jump when you say holla. No. I jump when I want to holler. I jump when I want to jump. Excuse me. So that's the reason why. Now, on that level, as being a multiracial person and acknowledging my roots and living in the South and living in a historical racist climate, okay? Um, and being and actually have the history of slave history, being part of that, and being part of those who own slaves, okay? And part of the people who's here before slaves, or the white person who here on the American side, and actually have the contributor of the mixture of culture in Louisiana that has both the black, the French, the native, and Spaniard in it, okay? And also speak Spanish, it's mostly they speak Mexico, okay? And actually, let you know that Texas, when it was Nueva España, Louisiana was too. God dog. Okay, no wonder we have a lot in common with my Mexican people. Okay, you know what I'm saying? Okay, well, this because Louisiana before it was owned by the French, was taken over by the French, was Nueva España. I mean, it was part of Nueva España, New Spain. Okay, now maybe some real, maybe the Spain from Puerto Rico and Dominican Republic. If that family from Spain spread out with last name Real and went to Louisiana, I guess we all. I better not meet no Latina in there. Say Real in the family, because we could be way listen cousins. Okay, hello, I'm not Kevin Gates. Okay, you know what I'm saying? All right. You know, let's get to this. Okay. No, once we relate, we not fucking. I'm sorry. Oh, no, I don't do cousins. And I know there's some Creoles that do that, but I ain't one of them folks. No matter what shade of me I am. Okay, you know what I'm saying? No. Okay, we gotta be, no, not related to my own. We gotta go to another country and do that, man. God dog, okay. Even when I found out I had white cut, I said, oh, Lord. I like women of color, mostly African American, descent, Hispanic, whatever, exotic, whatever, mixed, whatever. But if it is a white girl that like me and she related to that side of the family, okay, we not doing nothing. And I don't have sex on the first date, whatever. I try to be a solvent person till I get, till I bring the sex game in marriage game. Okay, you know what I'm saying? But at the same time, I'm not a hoe like that. Okay, I'm not a hoe like that. I'm sorry. I'm talking about me as a male. I'm not a hoe. And if I do become a hoe that night, we not fucking related. Okay, I don't care what shade. I don't care if you're dark, light, bright, high yellow, blonde, blue eye, red hair. Excuse me. I don't care. Okay, blonde. If you relate to me in my gene pool, we not. I don't do the Kevin Gates. I'm sorry, I don't do that. That's it. Okay, no. I gotta check everybody. Okay, I gotta check everybody. Trust me, and I'm not, and if I was to find out if I am thotting, male thotting, hold around, and I fuck you, and next thing we have sex and the pussy good, if we related, I don't care how much another be nasty. Take the children out the room, y'all. Close your ears if you don't like my cousin. Just, you know what I'm saying. But if we fuck, I don't like Kevin Gates keep talking about the pussy good. Oh hell to no! You related to me? I don't do that shit. Shit. Like shit, that is the only one that has a vagina. I'm not doing that. No offense to anybody. I mean, negative and vulgar, but it's the truth. That's some nasty people in the world. Kevin, you gotta be ashamed of yourself, seeing your cousin. As your grandma told you that was your cousin. You know, continue to see that's some nasty stuff. That's just nasty. That sound like Benifa Sharifa Jackson on Mad T. That's just nasty. Okay, you know what I'm saying? It is. You just nasty. They should put you in jail for continuing to do that mess for incest. And it's still illegal in certain states. Okay. Let's get to that section. It's a Me Too moment. You over here continue. Both y'all violate each other. That's just nasty. But anyway, so that's where it is. And the culture, the one drop rule is vivid here. The culture, okay? Of course, legitimately it's not. People try, you can always sue, okay? But the culture it is. And if you don't buy accordingly, they'll try to. That's why I'll cash it. I'll cast myself. Um, and at the same time, my dream always was to move outside of Houston. Never to come to the South, okay? Because it's racist. It's semi anti Catholic. I ain't the perfect Catholic. You know what I'm saying? I'm a convert to it, but is ethnocentric. You know, it's the social segregation. One thing that in Houston, there's other major cities have racism, but Houston's one of the major cities that has huge social segregated areas, and you have a lot of minorities here who are brainwashing white supremacy as well. Not only towards black anti-black racism, but if an Asian person get made fun of, they start Asian. You know what I'm saying? They had Asian guys that were selling dope that were thugging. Okay, and you had people making the meat so horny. I mean, you know what I'm saying, making racist jokes by Asians and who's Hispanic and white and black. Not pure black, but you know what I mean. And then when an African person, different down here, the historical, do nothing thug, he's a nigga, okay, fuck black, like, that type of mess. And you had Latinos, all these things, immigrants, build the wall. Just hearing that, I don't even want to be around. And you have people, like I say, well, let's talk about the Diamond Silk Facebook thing. These people you not to get to meet in public when you in the events, when you in working at jobs. They could be behind that with your application, okay? A resume, whatever, and they could be a hiring person. They could be part of the HR department. You don't want to be working there. That's something that hurt your business, hurt your livelihood, whatever. They could be the next police all trying to arrest you, making these come with a different name. So that's what matters to me. I started seeing more comments like that in this city of Houston. No one's not calling it out because everybody loves to play with the God, religious person, point out your sins. But the sin of racism is always acceptable. It's always an excuse. Either person in the pulpit who's in control would be a minister or priest. Make an excuse of a person being racist, including their own self, which is very hypocritical. Say, man, doesn't correct nobody, but only God correct me. You know what I'm saying? So that's for. So anyways, like I say, is that the truth of the matter is uh, I don't like being in the South. Okay, I don't. Okay, I have people who are mixed identified who say they don't want to come visit Texas, especially Houston, and I don't blame them. I really no, I don't blame them. Okay, I have people who are mixed who live in New York when they saw the comments when she's actually in what's his name Congress Al Green was bashing and the Texan owners for saying inmates, and they were shocked. Let's see how I talk about race a lot. They were shocked all those comments on Facebook. They got bad backlash. This is Houston, and you have people still want to stay in the city. I'm here based on economics. If I had the money to, because people said, well, it's jobs down here in Texas. Why you not advancing? If you're not a buck dancing coon doormat to these people, you don't get hired. Okay? I do work, but I don't play that. Respect go both ways. I've been through trial administration with my family, and when I was in school. Why would I want to have that right? And then, yeah, I'm playing victim. No, I'm not. I'm being the person who's a victor, refuses to be a victim, being victim with them. Okay, so that's a difference. So point is that I work, but if you start some mess and I can't get you back, I'm just gonna leave because you ask. Yeah, I might need job, but you don't ask for me late, and I'm not gonna be treated like trash because you in charge. You human, like you're not a humble person, and you just want to abuse your authority. And you abuse with me. I've been in that situation with family and those outside of family who believe in that type of culture. I don't believe in that type of culture. Thank you very much. I believe the culture of being a bully. Okay, unless you want to get bullied back, because remember you're still human. You're not God. Um, then that too. So if I had the advantage of because and everybody said we moved to New York. In New York, y'all, it's very expensive. The property taxes. That's why a lot of folks y'all come down here in Texas. Okay, it's cheaper. And I don't mind making figures to live good, to live expensive. Okay, I don't mind doing that. Okay, I read it in the public housing or Section 8. Okay, it shows how successful I am living good, and at the same time, um, you have best quality. You know what I'm saying? You have central air. Some places don't have central air in public house. Okay, I can understand that. Okay, washer and dryer, everything convenient for you. That's what I like. Okay, if I have to make a 10 times and work hard to get it, trust and smarter along with it, trust me, it's for my own benefit. I will do it. Okay. Um, so I don't want to go to New York and end up being on the street. Okay, that's what my Asian mixed friend told me on social media on Yahoo. that at the time the cheapest part was $600 when the property taxes didn't go up. And he said, when people come to New York homeless, I said, oh, no, baby, I'm not living no hood rat, some real hood rats in the hood, running all over the place and roaches and stuff. Oh, no. And living in some cold. And one thing is, yeah, the winter is different here in Houston than it is up in New York. So, nah. Let me make my bread first. And that's been the biggest thing is make my bread first and then to move, especially moving the company that has business in New York because you have to have money. You don't want to flat out want to be famous and you still broke. Okay, you want to escape something, be escape to something, not just escape. That's the difference. Um, and I'm reading everybody now about that type of stuff right now. And when I get off this video, I'm start reading some books. Um, but truth of the matter is, that's the whole reason why I have not moved to New York yet and move out the South. That's the biggest whammy. Now, being mixed and putting mixed identity on applications, there is discrimination, and even those who are more exotic and lighter, and not only they get that lighter skin privilege, they also get put the black identity on there as well. On there, they don't put anything that's other than black. I noticed that too. They put black on because why you doing? I tell the truth who I really am. I don't let the white racist man's ideology define me. Oh, application, you don't like it, cool. I'm my own person. I do whatever I want. Okay. Um, One thing that I started doing that when I was 17 years old. Once I found out you can. Okay, check one of my box. Second job was at McDonald's. I put black, white, and American before I know about that Spanish Argentine. Before I know more about my multiracial background. Okay, and other jobs I put. There was sometimes I put black on there. There was no other option on there, but majority of through my application I put mixed. I put two races or more. I put black, white, and American. Now I'm putting this. I should put black, white, and name and Hispanic because those are black, white, French, Spanish, Creole, English. Thank you, thank you. Okay, so and did sometimes I don't get called back either. I don't mind sacrificing for truth. Okay, and that's good. And I had white people look at me strange. Good. I'm not your friend either, and I'm not your slave. Okay, I'm my own slave and slave master, bro. Get out my face. Only God can stop that, and don't let your white skin think it's God. Okay. Um, I put, and I've been disrespected. I actually at a job right now. I'm not gonna say the one of the managers, who's real dark skinned. The first beside we had a trainer who was a white racist who I can't detect that, but tried to hide it as much, and he was ratchet and cursing. Okay, in our training, guess what? The dark skinned man probably saw me put mix on my day when I was hired a week before that, and he dark skinned, dark chocolate as in dark skin. He was harping at me like crazy. I was like, brother, what I do to you? And talked until I told one of the white managers, and they would laugh. I was like, you ain't trustworthy either. You'll laugh about this bully boss in here, because I know if it looked like you, if I looked like you would be laughing. Okay, I did that. Yes, I did. Thank you. So I know about the culture disrespect when a person comes to minorities, okay, and the history of slavery and all that. So I ain't like nobody because I mean I understand if I purposely did something outline, then you probably can call me out for it. But if I ain't trying, God know my conscience, you there's no reason to talk to me crazy, okay? And I don't care what your household being in, don't throw that at me, okay? That's why can't whine about we don't you and I as the people that represent, but you wanted to start shit like the slave master start shit, okay? Give me a thing, let's call it like this, okay? Stupid. Now, mutual respect. Mutual respect. You have to kiss my ass. It's I respect you, respect me. That's difference. Okay? You tell some brothers, I ain't talk like a woman. I ain't say that talk like a woman. I'm telling you respect me because I know if I look like a white man, you won't talk to me that way. So shut up. And you be bitching about well, you unified. Man, you not man enough to stay on your own ground. I don't want to be next to an enemy of any color that you love to. I don't. Thank you. I don't love my enemies like that. Now, there have been times where people looked at the application and looked at I had I'll never forget one tip agency back in 2001. I think it was right after no before no it was during the time when Leah had passed away in 9/11. I don't forget the time. And it was a tip agency. Now this sister here was way exotic looking, and you can tell she was way lighter than me. And her the other sister was about my color. I think she was a little darker than me. When I put black, white, and American, they looked at the application, pointing at each other. I'm like, yes, you can check that too, both y'all. Okay, the one tribal guy can stop lying. It's no longer allowed. Why y'all acting it's like here in Texas when they slavery was ended. They ain't like the slave here in Texas, and it's 3 years later that it's still practicing slave. You know what I'm saying? They had to come down here in Juneteenth, okay? So trust me, I used to have value my freedom, okay? Like read, do research, okay? So I don't have issues dealing with family people. There are people who don't like that. I don't care. Um, I don't live for my other people. I don't live for anybody. I live for myself. Okay. Because I was you born alone, you die alone. I just letting you stay in your own ground. So that's what it is experienced here. People are not educated about multiracial heritage. They're not educated about the multiracial movement. As a teenager, I knew about the multiracial. I did my research. I actually multiracial was advertised doing talk shows like Jerry Springer, like Jen Jones, like Oprah, and like okay, because they kept bringing people from the movement, and I used to contact them through social media. In time, it was called internet, the www World Wide Web, you want to call that time, and also too, I read books at the library. They said put things in the book you don't really think about the movement as well. It called me to read and read because it was something that I was interested in, especially about my history, part of my heritage that I'm told in the South to not celebrate, to hush hush about it, and that's self-hating. If I came out of black people, French and Spaniard people from Queen, Louisiana, Irish, English, and Native American, and I'm told to shut up about it, that's self-hating. That's being somebody, call myself pure black, but I'm not pure black for somebody else. Okay? I don't care what I look like to you. I'm not denying my heritage. You're not that special for me to live for. Okay? So that's why. And mixed race people who come from these unions that people try to twist the meaning of being mixed race, because mixed race people does mean having multiracial ancestry. Your ancestors, no matter what color they are, led you to be here today. Wasn't for an African, a French, a Spaniard, a Irish, no matter how it was bad or good, Zach would not be here talking to you. Caramel skin, who don't look like a white man and who don't like Wesley Snipes, would not be here talking to you. No matter who I look more black or not, don't matter. Okay? I'm here because of those things. Okay? So telling me to hush hush and deny it, that's telling me to hate who I really am. For the white society, the white society doesn't like me, then I can always do the Josephine Baker get out here, the John Hart who went to Mexico, who black and Native American. Actually, both of them, Joseph Baker was mixed with Native American and black, and so was John Hart. Okay, from Black Sentinels. I never went. I used to, and I will admit, by this Trump America, I one time was anti-American about this subject. Okay, I used way before Eric Grant said Americans are stupid, whatever. I used to say stuff like that when I was a teenager. Okay, lucky I didn't have a terrorist right now. I'm not claiming no terrorist people, but lucky I wasn't, because I hate the fact that America was lying. Say it's a free country, but I couldn't practice my freedom that is considered to be legal, but people socially want to get in my business. Get my point? That's the difference, okay? You know what I'm saying? So, and I couldn't get the American dream because I wouldn't deny who I am. You know what I'm saying? And be some butt dancing cool that identify as black, okay? For white man's massive stupid one drop rule shit. And be dehumanized due to my black DNA based on that. Okay? I know the game. So that's the whole reason why I'm okay being my own person. I don't like potential enemies of any color around me, and I'm not gonna beg for that damn existence, knowing that the existence is to dehumanize me, treat me like she be their bitch, be their hoe, pimp and hoe gang, and if I don't go along with it, I don't get shit, and I get treated like shit. That's exactly what they're saying. So that's the point. Mixed race people should not beg for acceptance from people who don't accept them. Okay? Um, and it's not just even in Rashida Strover, she identifies as black, she's dark skinned. She has Native American in her background. She mentioned many times about how the family more, mentioned the Native American side, and they got a lot of shades of people that's like her. Okay, well, sweetheart, if those people in your family and those other people don't like you, and them brothers like you, do not like them back. Okay? That's why I bash chemistry videos. If a Latina at a club don't like me, de mi cara, fuera de mi cara, get out my face. No quiero hablar contigo, way. Okay, I want to talk to your ass, okay? Really. You know what I'm saying? Okay, because 9 out of 10 you could be potentially enemy if I do accept you. I don't like drama. You know, that's why I said I go to the club. I'm like Nicole from the Pussycat Dolls when she's singing with Diddy, "Come to Me." You know what I'm saying? She's mixed too. You know what I'm saying? I don't need you if you don't need me. Okay, I been there, done that. Like the song, I've been there. The doctor, I've done that. Okay, I learned they accept people who accept me as who I am, who take it or leave with me, or those and reject those who don't like me. It's it saves a lot of drama. Trust me, it does. It's a choice. I can't wait for the drama. You can enjoy yourself and love yourself and kiss yourself in the mirror, okay? Because begging for somebody who hates you is the stupidest thing from anybody, white, black, or whatever, okay? you know, and they all had a little sad face because they know they hurt, they caused the drama and they want to explain you, but they don't want to cause it. That I know that little gaslighting, trick, okay, the narcissistic trick right there. So therefore, that's how I am, okay. And you cannot deny who you came from. You can't say I'm proud of something, but you still deny the other part, and to make excuses only for folks with slave masters. Excuse me. What about the people before them who were slave masters? Because as I was tracing my roots, that was the part I was getting happy before they went to the United States. The English started my family tree. The English culture back in the 1590s and stuff. Thank you. Okay. You know. So you know what I'm saying. The people who did shithole like Sarah Bacon, who's my ninth grandmother, and Sam Buck. They both white. Related. Sarah Bacon Buck was related to the Nathaniel Bacon, Baker in Virginia, from Emma Bacon, her father, so Captain Bacon in New King, Virginia, into all my family business. Um, their son Edmund, who married to Obedience, that was my other great grandmother who's white. That's the eighth. They owned slaves later on. So I'm not proud of them on that, but the people way before them who had nothing to do with that, who was innocent of the situation, had nothing to do with slave trade. That's what I'm proud of. Okay, you see what I'm saying? You know, and what taught me this? Looking at the mixed race, there was a white woman on the Donahue show. See how old I am, and she was raped by a black man. And how she knew, because the kid came out excited looking with black features, curly hair, lighter skin. It was darker than her, but she was lighter. She was like a little bit lighter than me. You know what I'm saying? But she had a curly hair. And she wasn't pleased of her being raped. She kept the baby. She said when she had raised this baby and tried to teach the black side of her family, even though her dad was an asshole for raping her mother in the dark. It was dark when she got raped, okay? In night somewhere up north. She said she knows so much beautiful stuff about the black culture she did not know too much about. And she was happy to teach her daughter this. And that's what she was proud of. She wasn't proud of some man raping her. Come on now. All right? But the culture that he came from and the people that had nothing to do with the rape, that was she was proud of. His parents and grandparents who were not to be disgusted with what he did. That's the difference. Okay? You know what I'm saying? And that's why. That's what I was proud of. Okay? And I don't want, and anybody can be a rapist. But like I go back to the story. If the African slave masters, okay, kings and queens, didn't own slaves themselves, prison, well, I don't give a damn. They gave their slaves to the our white ancestors because those slaves were our black ancestors. If nobody didn't participate in this all shit, it wouldn't happen. The slave trade would never happen. Okay? In the same argument, and I attack the white people who bashes me about attacking the slave trade and say you ain't taking the African, excuse me, I don't see no Wesley Snipes looking no Kunta Kinte folks on the dollar bill. I put out, I don't see no, but they trying to put Harriet Tubman on the dollar bill. You know what I'm saying? And I don't want her to. I want a $10, a 20, whatever. Stop, Ben Carson. Stop that bullshit, okay? But point is, I see the white men who had a lot to do with slave trade and who had power in this country. You see the statues we're trying to get rid of. That's what I see. So you're arguing about African in the country and some black man back in the day who owned slaves that we ain't not know about. It wasn't taught in your white KK classroom, okay? About your WASP history indoctrination, okay? You know what I'm saying? So don't make that argument. Either both parties, and as a person who's mixed with the two races, both parties was wrong, okay? And who were descendant of the slaves on the ship, I can see that. Both parties were wrong, white or black. Okay, so if they didn't get greedy, all that stuff that later on came on would never happen. Greed. And I ain't perfect. I know I gotta clean myself before I go to heaven. But St. Paul said in